Hello everyone, thank you for stopping by. Today we are going to be doing a mini sleeving and storing K-pop photo cards video. All of these cards here are PCs that I pulled from K-pop mystery packages. So we'll start with the sleeving. I'm using some Mandu Deco and Dragon Shield for the outer sleeves and Baskis for the inner sleeves. So I ordered a few K-pop mystery packages from places like Light Up K, Sarah and Tom's, and Akira in Toronto. And this was during the holidays, so I didn't film myself unboxing all of these packages. Although looking back, I feel like I should have. But it was the holidays. I was coming off of a busy time. And it was the end of year at work. There was a bunch of stuff going on during the holidays. And so I just didn't really feel like doing a whole lot, if I'm being honest, in that week between Boxing Day and New Year's. And I realized at the beginning of February, I am filming this in January, so I have definitely procrastinated on putting these away. I thought about including these photo cards in one of my regular photo card sleeving and storing videos, but I wanted to focus on these photo cards a bit more. I can also show you the albums that I pulled in these mystery boxes. It was a lot of fun unboxing the K-pop mystery packages, so I think I might get some again later on in the year and then actually film an unboxing. Obviously, because these were mystery boxes, all of the albums and photo cards I unboxed were surprises. There are groups I already collect, like Itzy and Stray Kids, which is really great, but there were other groups on here I don't collect, but this made me look into the groups I wasn't too familiar with a lot more over the last few weeks, which was great. I listened to a lot of great music over the last few weeks. All right, so that's the background on that. I am going to just continue sleeving the photo cards so we can get to the storing part of the video. Okay, so that's all the photo cards sleeved. I'll start putting away the girl groups first. So let me just flip through to a new spot. So first up, we have this Fromis 9 Jihyun PC from Unlock My World. And then we have this IVE, this is Wonyoung's Music Korea Pop. I don't collect Fromis 9 or IVE, but I do like their music a lot. Like Rebel Hearts was on repeat last year, so was like I Like You Better. The vocals were hitting in both songs, especially during the chorus. Next up, we have Queen Boa. This is from the Girls on Top stamp on it. I got the SM Mini, hold on, it's right here. Yeah, I got the SM Mini with Hyoyeon from Girls' Generation on the cover. This was cool. This is my first SM Mini, and Boa has a very special place in my heart. I think like many of us oldie K-pop fans, Boa was probably one of the first artists you listened to if you got into K-pop in the days of first and second gen. Speaking of second gen K-pop, I also got this Apink album. When I opened one of the K-pop mystery packages. So this was the album that I got. It is their third album, Revolution. So I'll just put that right there. Maybe I'll move that. There we go. And so I pulled Namju. Apologize if I'm not pronouncing her name correctly. I'm not familiar with Apink. They debuted around, I think it was like 2011, 2012. And it was on the tail end of second gen when I did stop listening to K-pop. I did stop listening to them kind of around the end of second gen. And I know Apink would be considered on that kind of like end of second gen, beginning of third gen. But anyway, I do love me a second gen girl group. So getting this album, it made me look them up and look up their old stuff. But I was also so happy to see that they're still active. Like their last TikTok was like from a week ago. And I've been going back, listening to their older music. Anyway, suffice it to say, like I may have to stand. So if there are any Pink Pandas out there, you know, who want to give me some info, give me your favorite songs, music videos, performances to look up, that would be great. Lastly, for the girl groups, I got this Itzy unit card. I do collect Itzy. So we did get Yeji and Yuna. So let me see here. The ladies right here. Okay, so all right, that's it for the girl groups, and we'll move on to the boy group and soloists. Okay, so I'm gonna start with DK with Donghyuk. So let me just go to the back here. Ooh, I might not have enough room. We'll have to see. Okay, so I'm going to start with the soloist DK Donghyuk. I pulled his album Axio from one of the mystery packages. I know he's a member of iKon, but other than that, I don't know too much about him. So I listened to his album, and he's got an amazing voice. I was looking up to see if he had any more like recent activities going on, but it turns out he enlisted last year. So yeah, don't you hate when that happens? Okay, and then we have Renjin from NCT Dream from their Dreamscape album. Look, 2026 is my year to start looking more into NCT members other than Mark Lee, so this is my sign. And then we also have Jungwoong from AB6 from their Take a Chance album. I know Daehee from AB6, but you know, if there are any AB newses out there, I am taking recommendations on songs and their music videos. Okay, so next up we have Xeed. Xeed. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing their name incorrectly. I got one of their polkas or platforms. Again, I have heard of this group. I wasn't too familiar with their music. I thought I heard that they disbanded, but it turned out they re-debuted, which is great and amazing for them. Okay, next up we have Close Your Eyes. I also got one of their platforms in the mystery packages with Sungho on the cover. I've had their song X on repeat since I've like pulled their platform and like started looking into them more. I'm not much of a Survivor show watcher. I think like a part of me thinks that it's because like, I don't know, I'll get too invested. My poor heart can't take it. I can't take the eliminations. But I know these guys are from Project 7. And yeah, I've been listening to their music, and yeah, I've been liking what I'm hearing so far. So this is the platform from their second mini album. And then let me see here, who's next? Oh yeah, so speaking of survival shows, I also pulled two ZB1 albums from two separate K-pop mystery packages. So I got the You Had Me at Hello and Blue Paradise album, and I pulled Hanbin and Tae, and you know, ZB1, I do love them. I listen to them. I watch their music videos. I've watched like a handful of interviews over the years, and I think I've resisted getting too much into them, knowing that the group will end soon. Like they're ending next month, or they're going to disband next month. So I'm just I think a part of me just kind of resisted getting into them, because like knowing that they were a temporary group. But I'm really excited to see what they'll be doing next, like where they'll go. Is it going to be like for other groups that will be formed in the future? Solo acts? Will they do acting? So yeah, I mean, that is part of the reason why I didn't get into collecting them, but I will definitely be holding on to these two photo cards of Hanbin and Terry for sure. Okay, I had to pull out my giant 3-inch Meow Cafe A5 binder for literally one Seonghwa Ateez card. Where can I put him? I kind of want to put him next to this other ducky Seonghwa. So this is from Golden Hour Part 3, and it is the Apple Music Pop. Yeah, it's their Apple Music Pop. Okay, so I'm going to put this back now. Okay, so last up we have Stray Kids photo cards to put away. So I did get a Karma album, and I also pulled this duet accordion of my bias wrecker Seungmin. So that was great. And where are the cards? Okay, so first up I have this Hyunjin Winky Face photo card from Karma. And then from Duet, so I did get this Seungmin ID card, so I'll just put that there. I also got this Changbin card, and he looks great in that color. I love it. And then I also pulled the Felix photo card. His hat is glorious. He looks like he's just going to his like third husband's funeral, you know what I mean? All right, everyone, that is everything. I hope you enjoyed this sleeving and storing photo cards video. It was quick. It kind of turned into a bit of a chat session, but I hope if you take anything from this, take it as a sign to get into some new groups or new to you groups in 2026. Anyway, that is it for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.